As Russia continues its advance on Ukraine, NATO may soon have more members. Finland and Sweden are considering applying to join. Both countries have traditionally followed policies of military non-alignment, but leaders say the invasion of Ukraine is prompting them to reevaluate. Let's bring in Alex Kliment to talk more about this. He's a senior editor for GZERO Media. Alex, thanks so much for joining us. U.S. officials expect Sweden and Finland to bid for NATO membership as early as June. Where do conversations stand on this?
Well, look, both Finland and Sweden have historically been strategically neutral. Russia's invasion of Ukraine changed that. Popular opinion in both countries now, for the first time, supports NATO membership. And as you say, the formal applications will likely come in May or June. I think it's worth noting that from NATO's perspective, they will be getting two highly sophisticated militaries that have a lot of experience working with each other and watching Russia. So it's not as though these are two militaries that will need a lot of grooming and preparation to join the alliance. At the stroke of a pen, NATO will get much stronger. And it's worth noting that NATO's border with Russia will in fact double to more than 1,500 miles. Before Russia invaded Ukraine, it was about 700 miles of border with NATO. Now, the thing that Russia says it fears most is actually happening. The border with NATO countries is about to double.
Alex, Moscow has been very clear on its opposition to any potential widening of the alliance, saying they would have to, quote, rebalance the situation if countries join. What action could they potentially take?
Well, Russia, of course, views any expansion of NATO as a threat to its power and its security. The Russians have threatened all kinds of fire and brimstone for the Finns and the Swedes. What they've said specifically is that they are going to renuclearize the Baltic region. This is, on the one hand, it looks like a major blunder for Putin to have expanded NATO by invading Ukraine. On the other hand, Putin, as a sort of late-stage autocrat who bases a lot of his legitimacy on the idea that Russia is surrounded in NATO as an implacable enemy, this may in some respect help him politically at home by pointing and saying, look, the boogeyman under the bed is actually real. I'm not sure if it's good for Russia, but it may in fact be good for Putin and his narrative about Russia's encirclement by NATO.
Let's shift focus to Mariupol, which we've been discussing a lot this morning. Analysts say Russia will capture the port city in the next few days. If victorious, what sort of access would this give Russia?
So I think taking Mariupol would do three important things for Russia. The first is economic. Mariupol is a major port of southeastern Ukraine. If Russia is able to take more of eastern Ukraine, it would be important to have Mariupol. Secondly, strategically, it's important because it would free up Russian forces to focus on encircling Ukrainian forces elsewhere in eastern Ukraine and to establishing what they call a land bridge between mainland Russia and the Crimean Peninsula, which Russia has occupied since 2014. And thirdly, I think it would be a symbolic victory. This war has not gone spectacularly well for Putin. The sinking of the flagship of the Black Sea Fleet, the Moskva, last weekend certainly didn't look good. And so I think taking Mariupol, which would be the first major city in Ukraine that Russia has taken, would be a symbolic boost for an otherwise not spectacular war effort.
All right, Alex Kliment, thanks for breaking it down for us.
Thank you.